homeless and sleeping in the car. Me and my 5 children.
If you don't want to blow all your money on rent, then just live in your car.
So you guys are probably wondering, hey Caleb, how do you live as a 26-year-old in his car in San Diego?
Hey guys, today's day 66 of being unemployed and living in my car.
Hey guys, I'm Jack and I live out of my car, and I get a lot of comments wondering as to why.
I've been living in my car for over 70 days now.
They would rather make an $800 or $900 a month payment on an SUV.
Homeless and sleeping in the car. Me and my 5 children.
We are getting to the point where hardworking people are having to live in cars to get ahead in life. People who are working 40 to 60 hours a week are living out of their cars to skip rent because it's one of the only ways to afford a down payment on a house. Many of us are living paycheck to paycheck and can't afford to put $50,000 to $100,000 down on a home. One of the only ways to build wealth now is to do extreme things like sleeping out of your Toyota Prius for 2 years. But according to the rich and the people in charge, the American dream is still alive. Let's take a look at these videos and let me know what you think in the comments below.
Today makes it 382 days of me living my car, and honestly, I'm getting tired of it. I wish I could have my own bed, my own space, my own bathroom. I wish I could walk to the bathroom, shower. I wish I could cook a hot, nice meal. I'm tired of living in my car.
If you don't want to blow all your money on rent, then just live in your car.
You can DIY tint your windows with tapestries.
You can get a trifold to put in the back. Put up some scarves. Have this container that's for food, but it also serves as a place for me to cook. I also have another container down there. I also have a 5-gallon water just to have water on hand, and a propane tank that allows me to cook. And if you can afford it, or if you can find something on Facebook Marketplace, and overhead storage is amazing for stuff that you don't want to have to carry with you inside of your car. I've been doing this for the last 5 years, and it's honestly not as hard as you think it is. It's actually really easy, and I've saved all my money from not paying someone else's mortgage, so this could be your sign.
So you guys are probably wondering, hey Caleb, how do you live as a 26-year-old in his car in San Diego? Well, let me show you. Let me give you a little tour. So this is the back seat area. That's my house. Now, it's not very organized, but I generally will keep all my clothes right there. And it just sits there. It's all clean clothes, but it sits right there. So as you guys could see, I literally sleep in the trunk. I have to slide in there every night, and this is how I do it. I'll show you right now. It's very awkward to do, but this is what I do. I just go in like this. You know what I'm saying? Slide up in here, and bam. You know, I got some stuff. I know, ignore that Spider-Man. But I got a light, a fan. I have bottles over here, like water, if I need tissues or anything. And I just lay back here. And it's not really comfortable, but it's better than being on the street. So this is how I live. A very big annoying thing is just pulling myself out of the trunk of my car every day. And it's just a pain. It's annoying. And if I hang out with someone, if I ever do, I just move my laundry in the back, and you know, that seat's available. If I have to pee, I'll go in bottles if I don't have a bathroom around me. Number 2, clearly, I mean, I have to find a place. Yeah.
I'm 23 and I live in my car. The only reason I live in my car is because I used to live with my parents. I just couldn't afford rent anymore. So I decided to move out. And my idea was, what if I live in the car and save up, because I have a lot of debts. I have a credit card debt, and then I have my taxes. So I gotta pay this shit or I'm gonna go to jail. So I decided to sleep in my car to save up. And I'm also going to college full-time this fall semester, so I gotta save up for that as well. My brother is letting me stay at his place, and I usually sleep in his driveway, and I'm also able to cook there, so I kind of save money. And so I just pack everything the night before, and I just have everything ready when I wake up and I'm ready for the day. I usually side hustle, and I usually make $170 a day when I do Amazon, but lately I'm not getting any orders, so I'm just doing DoorDash. This is me getting gas because, guys, gas is so expensive. Like, I'm dead. Anyways, and I also babysit tonight, so I'll see you guys later. Bye.
I'm homeless with $4K saved, and I've got 6 months to get out. I'm leaving this car in November with $25K, hopefully. If not, I'm still here. Follow to see if I actually leave this car.
If you ever wonder who's doing van life, just look at the way that they're parked. As you can see, they park heading out just in case there's an emergency. I like to park headed in because I really don't give a shit. But as you can see, guys, it's a lot of people that do van life. It's a very common thing now ever since the mortgage rates went up, the inflation rates went up, and some of us just work jobs that we don't want to make that commute all the way home from our jobs because it just don't make sense. And also, there's even more vans in the same lot. So this is a thing that's not looking like it's going away anytime soon. And I just wanted to show you guys proof of that. This isn't as uncommon as you may think. And here's Exhibit A. And I see people that was moving around in both of these vehicles as well. And there's even another one up here. And there's even more behind me. So with that being said, guys, make sure you invest in good vehicles so you never know when you're going to be doing van life. If you're a fellow van lifer, make sure you like, share, and repost this. And thanks for watching.
There's people out here right now today, man. They would rather make a $800 or $900 a month payment on an SUV or a pickup truck and live in a vehicle than to live in these overpriced ass houses and overpriced ass apartments. It is cheaper to go and finance a vehicle for $700 or $800 a month, and you tack on a little insurance, which is about $300 depending on your age. They'd rather live in a vehicle than to be disrespected and have to pay high mortgage and high rent prices. These apartments now, they use their application process, man, as a way to make money off you. It's a scam. They sell you the dream. They tour you through these apartments and call them luxury. Ain't a damn thing about them luxury, man. You can get an apartment or a house with a pool any damn where. But then they sit there and sell you a dream, making you think that you finna get approved for this apartment, and you pay that $45 or that $100 non-refundable application fee, and then they'd end up denying you, or they saying you need 3 times the rent. How many people sitting around in 2026 in this economy with 3 times their rent sitting in their account? Come on, man. The reality is people not really doing it, man. Overpriced apartments, overpriced houses. People would rather just live in their vehicles. Well, why not? It's cheaper. You can pull up to a Walmart parking lot after it closed and just go to sleep. You can pull over at truck stops. Truck stops are free. They don't charge you a lot space or nothing. You can just pull up at a freaking resting station for trucks and just go to sleep, man. The way that this economy is upside down, man. I see people sleeping at the park on benches. I see people sleeping in their cars, and they don't care if you walking past laughing at them or not. You know why? Because they're actually laughing at you. They know that you gotta pay that high cost of living. They don't. All they gotta do is keep up their car payment every single month. They don't have to worry about property taxes. They don't have to worry about utilities. They don't have to worry about lawn care service. They don't have to worry about none of that stuff. All they gotta do is worry about keeping gas in their vehicle. And there's a lot of people who actually live like that, man. And they're actually able to save money. I'm not trying to encourage anybody to live in their car, but the reality of it is a lot of people are living in their cars and they making a really good life. They even got videos on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram of women living out of their vans. They fix their van up, they go to the beach and take a shower or a bath in the beach. Or you can go to what they call those gas stations, Love's gas stations, pay a couple dollars and you can take a shower there every single day, man. People rather just live in their cars than to live in the house because of the rent is so high, man. You guys let me know in the comments what y'all think. I'm out. Thanks for watching.
Hey guys, today's day 66 of being unemployed and living in my car. Waking up seems to be the most difficult part of the day. Things just hit different when you're just trying to survive. First job of the day is taking Ollie to go potty. Found a new scratch on the GLK, and it seems like this thing's falling apart faster than I am. Job applications, errands, acting normal in places where nobody knows. Some days you hear nothing back. Today's one of those days. This is the part where I do math instead of actually eating what I want. Burger King will do. Today's menu includes a single cheeseburger with cheese. Figuring out where I'm safe to sleep is actually its own part-time job. Ollie has no idea what's going on, and today, that's the only thing that made sense.
Carolyn's clothes hang neatly in the back seat of her car.
I'm a neat freak.
And are organized in the trunk.
This is my dry cleaning my silks, which I can't afford right now.
Dry cleaning is the least of her concerns for this 78-year-old. She's been living in her car for nearly 2 months because she can't afford a place to live.
I look at it as a journey. I've had many journeys in my life.
Money is tight because her only income is Social Security. She's sold many of her possessions over the last few years, but she still doesn't have enough money. We spoke with her here in a well-lit parking lot in North Broward, where she spends time doing word puzzles.
Where it has the large letters for people like me.
And sleeping, sitting up.
Since I've been here, I sleep here in this seat, squinched down. My ankles and legs are swollen from having to sit all the time. I buy jug water, it's cheaper. And I eat one meal a day for $2.02, and then I get a free senior drink.
She gets free gym memberships as part of her Medicare plan.
I do go shower and do my makeup, my hair.
Very brave. Very brave.
Cassandra Rett, the Housing and Social Services Manager for the city of Pompano Beach, is trying to find Carolyn a place to live.
She was my godsend.
It could be my aunt. It could be my mother. And it just breaks my heart just how humble Carolyn is.
Cassandra says she is seeing more and more seniors in need. Support services for them are at capacity.
As you know, the rent is skyrocketed. That's the main factor of why these seniors are on the street, is because they cannot afford the rent.
Ron Book, chairman of Miami-Dade Homeless Trust, says homeless seniors are incredibly vulnerable.
We know if you put vulnerable elderly on the street, they're going to die early. Homelessness has changed. And I want people in our community to think about their mothers and their grandmothers and their grandfathers being homeless for the first time.
It can happen to anyone. Don't think it can't, because I never thought about it.
Carolyn has not lost her sense of humor despite living in her 22-year-old car.
That's my baby. She's falling apart like me.
She hopes speaking out about something so personal might help others.
Other people may need somebody to be their spokesperson, because this is the only thing I ever felt ashamed of in my life. And I truly felt ashamed. But this is the right thing to do.
Hey guys, I'm Jack and I live out of my car, and I get a lot of comments wondering as to why I'm living out of my car and what my story of what brought me here. Honestly, I've shared this story before. This is the shortened version of the story of why I'm homeless and why I'm continuing to be living out of my car. It was just a bunch of unfortunate events that happened back to back. I was living at home with my mom at the time. However, those apartments were very old and not taken care of, so they collapsed and then they kicked us out. The landlord that bought them provided us with a hotel room for all of us to live in. As you can imagine, 8 people in one room did not work out well. A month after that, I was in an accident and my car got totaled, and I had no means of transportation for my son and I. And there was absolutely no way that I could get him to school and back into my job. Dad and I made the decision that he was going to go live with him. His father lives 2 hours away. I couldn't see my son because I didn't have a car. There was no way that I can travel to see him, and my mental state was deteriorating little by little. I acquired quite a bit of debt because I would use my credit card for everything that my son wanted, everything that I may needed. After I had lost my job, and that was a whole nother issue because I lost my main source of income and there was just like nothing that I can really do. For whatever reason, I couldn't find a job. Besides the family problems that were going on as well, I just didn't have any money. I knew that there was no way that I can continue paying rent, and I made the decision to live out of my car. Honestly, wanted to get any job that I could, and I started applying everywhere, and I got a job in a whole different city. Honestly, that job kickstarted everything that I needed it to kickstart. Now, I'm choosing to live out of my car, not only finish paying off my debt, but to also save money to be able to get an apartment for my son and I. Because a lot of people think for some reason that I abandoned my son. You can judge all you want, but I never abandoned my son, and I'm never going to. Now I'm giving myself a 4-month goal. So by the end of this year, I am hoping that I reach my, and I will. I know I am. If you guys want to be part of my journey, that would be so great. I love having you guys here. I love the community that we've built here because everyone here is so sweet. I love that there's no hate. I love that there's no negativity. And that's what I strive for everyone to be. So I got 4 months to finish paying off my debt and save enough money to be able to get an apartment. After that, I am very much hoping that I can, you know, settle down. Car life is cool and I do recommend anyone to do it if you do want to save money. But me being a mother, I don't think I could take doing car life any much longer than the end of this year. I would want to buy an RV and then travel with my son. I think that'd be so great, but that would be in the future. And I'm very, very, very excited to see how that plays out. I'm doing this for my son. At this point, nothing can stop me from accomplishing this. But that is the shortened version, but not really because I hella yeah. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I love you.
I've been living in my car for over 70 days now, and I'm in a pickle. I ran out of food. I don't have any gas, so I'm kind of stranded in a parking lot. I've been here for around 4 days now, and I'm a little stressed, but I'm still making it work somehow. I'm trying everything in my character to just not go on the side of the road and beg for money because I don't know, just something deep down in me is telling me that's not the way to do it. And then the hunger starts to kick in and your tummy's just rumbling and you're just like, man, you start to get really desperate. I'm fucking desperate to get food. I was like, man, I can see why people freaking go to stores and steal. But I don't steal. When I stole as a kid, I did steal when I was a kid. I got caught and I was freaking scared, man. I was fucking scared. I never did it again after that. Sorry, Mom. I know you're gonna see this message. But I'm an artist and I'm very freaking creative. So I was like, man, I gotta find a creative way for me to actually get some food because I need some meat. I was eating like bananas and bread for a while because it was super cheap. Did you know bananas, a single banana at Target is 25 cents? And then like I got a loaf of bread for like $1.49, which was great. But now it's all gone. So my creative solution was like, okay, there's restaurants around me right now. And I know that restaurants typically throw away some food at the end of the day. And I know that there's also the app Too Good To Go where they pretty much sell the leftovers that restaurants have, which kind of sucks because like I don't have the money to actually pay for Too Good To Go. But I saw a buffet when I was walking the other day and I was like, you know what, maybe I'll try out this buffet. I walked up to the buffet around 6:30 and I was like, hey, I'm curious what you guys do with the leftovers. And the lady at the desk was like, sometimes we have some person like throw out the trash or do a little bit of side work. And I was like, okay, cool. And she's like, you want me to ask the manager? I was like, yeah. So she got the manager. The manager came up and I started talking to the manager for a little bit and she said, come back at 9:30.
I'll take out trash, I'll sweep, whatever. 9:30? Thank you.
That was 3 hours later. So I went back to my car and I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm excited. And then I go back after 3 hours later to the buffet place. And it turns out that the lady just gave the food to somebody else. She didn't even care about me. And I was like, man, dude, the world is freaking rough. I was like, honestly, I was bawling because like food, like survive, like it's fucking crazy. Anyways, I was like, I need to really do something about this. And so I started walking back to my car and then I saw a Little Caesars across the street. While in the Little Caesars, I asked the coworkers, what do you guys do with the food? The lady said, we mark it up and we just keep it in the back. I was like, is there anything I could do to possibly get some of that food? Like any side work, I can sweep, I can help out or anything? And she's like, no. So I was like, okay, fuck. What the hell is going on with this? Like, what do people do with the leftover food? Do you guys just really just throw it away? Like, that's messed up. Anyways, I was losing hope at that moment. I was feeling very distraught and I was just like, man, I really fucking hate it here. Anyways, I started walking back to my car and then last ditch of hope. I saw an Applebee's. I think that's how you say it now. Anyways, I saw an Applebee's and I was just like, I'll give this a shot. I walk in there, I'm in the lobby, I see that there's silverware and menus. I was like, man, maybe I can offer to roll some silverware or wipe down the menus. I used to serve in the past, so I'm like, I know this stuff. I'm used to it. And they're about to close. So I asked for the manager. I talked to the manager, and she's like, let me go see if I have any leftovers. I was like, okay, sweet. She comes back with six chicken tendies and some fries with some ranch. And she said, I didn't even have to do any side work. I was so blessed. I was so happy. I was so thankful. I was so grateful. Like, it gave me some faith in humanity that something good could possibly happen. Now, as for today, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, so I guess stick along, stay around for the journey. I didn't think I was gonna actually even post any of this stuff because it's just like, why would somebody post them being in a miserable situation? I don't fucking know. Do you guys find value in this? So the moral of the story is, if you get rejected, just respect it and move on. That place or person, situation was just not meant for you, and you were just off onto something better.
People want to get ahead in life, but it's becoming harder than ever. It used to be you could work a normal job to survive, and if you wanted to build some wealth, you could get a more advanced job. But now if you have a normal job, you can barely survive. And if you have an advanced job, you might have a shot at a normal life. Things have gotten nothing but harder for everyone, and one of the most viable strategies now to afford a down payment on a home is to quite literally live in your car. We are seeing a huge rise in people who have adopted this lifestyle to afford the American dream, and it's honestly sad. Others are also doing this to experience the freedom from working a 9 to 5. Because like I said in a previous video, the 9 to 5 isn't just a 9 to 5. It takes up almost your entire day. You never know if one of your coworkers is homeless and living in their car. Because let me tell you, it's hard out here for everyone. Let me know what you think about these clips that we watched in the comments below. But most importantly, thank you for watching.